Hi, my name is BrianBozzo. I am 25 years old from Brooklyn, New York, currently working at Lockheed Martin Space Systems Company in Newtown, Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia. And I first knew that I wanted to be an engineer in the aerospace industry in college. Most kids grow up wanting to be an astronaut when they're young, and then they grow out of that dream as time goes on. But that wasn't the case for me. I grew into it. When I was a kid, I loved going on trips to the planetarium with my parents. That was the greatest thing for me. I loved looking up at the night sky and thinking all sorts of questions of curiosity about what's up there. When I would come home from school sometimes, I loved the planetarium so much, I would take an atlas from my dad's book collection and open it to a map of the stars, and I would lay it over a shoebox, and I'd punch holes in it with a pen. And I'd put a flashlight underneath, and I'd revel at the night sky that I had created in my own bedroom. When I graduated high school and I went to Villanova University, I was interested in so many things, and I started to lose focus. But one night after class, I went to see a presentation. The presentation was held by Andrew Allen, who is an astronaut and a former graduate of Villanova University. Afterwards, my professor introduced me to Andy, and I spoke to him, and I asked him, Andy, you sat in my very same seat 30 years ago, and now you've orbited the Earth 700 times. What's the intermediary process there? What happened? And he asked me, well Brian, are you interested in flying for the military? And I said, no, I couldn't really see myself being in combat, although I did want to fly. When I responded no, he said, well, then I would recommend you go and work for one of NASA's biggest contractors, and you'd be the best engineer that you could possibly be. So 5 years later, lo and behold, I'm here at Lockheed Martin, one of NASA's biggest contractors, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be the best engineer that I could possibly be.